What's good, y'all? I'm back. You know what I'm saying? It's Tay Wop. You can call me Tay, whichever one you prefer. This for my Bulls fans especially, bro. But listen, hear me out real quick. Not one, not two, but we won 3 games in a row. And not just like any 3 games versus like the Pistons or the Rockets or something. Like we done won 3 in a row against some tough teams. We are 8-3 in our last 11 games. We rolling right now. Stuff was looking crazy, especially after that Timberwolves loss. But bro, we rolling right now. So I'm gonna just ramble off a little bit. I don't really have nothing like scripted or written down or anything like that. But just like some initial thoughts about it. All right, so boom, hear me out. We won 3 games in a row. Philly, well, scratch that. Let me put this in order. Brooklyn, Philly. We just beat Utah last night on the second night of a back-to-back. And I ain't going to hold you. We overcame some adversity last night specifically because there was a point in the game, specifically in the third quarter, where I'm just kind of like, here we go again. Same old Bulls. 3-point line, Laurie Markkinen is getting big dunks on everybody. Jordan Clarkson is blowing past everybody. I'm like, we tired. We played a bunch of games in a short period of time. This might be the one where it catch up to us. And in the fourth quarter, Zach came out and he was on a mission, bro. Something that we're doing differently now that like we weren't doing from Minnesota and before that is between Zach, Debo, and Vooch, they're learning how to play off of each other, and it's becoming like very, very evident. Just going back to what I spoke about the other day, my boy Pat had 22 of them things. He came out the next night and he dropped 18 and a half against Philly after having 0 at halftime. Like, that's not what we're accustomed to seeing from Pat, but it makes us so much better of a team when he plays this way. Now, last night he only had 9, 10 points maybe, if that. But between Debo and between Zach LaVine, Zach had 36, Debo had 35 of them. Like, that makes us tough to beat. Zach looking like he got his legs back under him. Debo is just, they're learning how to play off of one another. They're getting that dynamic, like, and we've been looking like a good team. And when it comes to like trades and things like that, I've been talking about like Vucevic for Ayton. He's making it pretty hard to kind of include him, even though like we probably gonna have some of them conversations. But he's making it tough. He's making it tough, bro. Like triple double against Philly, what 20, and 10 or something like that. Like absolutely ridiculous. And then last night, he wasn't that great offensively. And actually, let me go ahead and pull up his numbers real quick. He wasn't great last night offensively. From what I watched, he did make some plays, but let me see. So, I mean, last night he had 15 points, 16 rebounds. He only took 8 shots, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. So even still, like, he didn't do that much. He didn't do that much offensively when it comes to like scoring the basketball, but he was very, very efficient. Like he was very, very efficient. He made a lot of plays for people. He rebounded. A problem though of mine is still interior defense. Like they were kind of, not even kind of, they was getting into the paint whenever they wanted to. Whenever they wanted to. But to come out and have those 2 losses against Cleveland where the first game we kind of just didn't defend as well as we could, still gave ourselves a chance even through all of that. And then the next game to kind of go out the way we did with the Donovan Mitchell 71 and the free throw line, all of the missed calls and anywho. To bounce back and then beat Brooklyn at home when KD puts up 40. And then you come back the next night, and even though Embiid didn't play, you still had Maxey and you still had James Harden. Both of them still did their thing, specifically Maxey. We get a win like that, big win, convincing win, separating ourselves in the third quarter. Then we come out the very next night, and we beat Utah, who's been playing very well. Laurie Markkinen, excuse me. He's been on a different level lately. Like, he's coming off of a, 49 at some point this week. He had another, 28 last night. He had a career high 8 dunks last night. The boy is playing out of his body, bro. He's playing out of his body. And even throughout all of that, we still weathered the storm. It's nice to see. As a Bulls fan, it's nice to see. Zach LaVine, man, I was very critical on him, and rightfully so. Like after that Minnesota game, it was disgusting. It was nasty to see, and the way he was playing, like it just wasn't helping our team at all, right? But when you look at what he's doing now, number one, the most noticeable thing that I have noticed that we've done with him is his 3-point volume has increased a lot. Over the last 2 games, he's shot close to 33s. And he's probably made more than half of those threes, bro. He had what, 40 something against Philly, another 36 last night. He made close to 10 threes last night. He made 11 on Friday. He's cooking. And then it doesn't put as much pressure on guys like Debo to have to go out and score every time, every possession. That helps us a lot as a team, bro. It's just like the things that we've been showing, I try not to get like too high and I try not to get too low. But the things that I'm starting to see are like qualities of good teams, like spreading the ball, making the extra pass. Everybody's moving without the ball. There's decisive moves being made, not second guessing. Patrick Williams specifically, who has been known for like his passiveness, has been quite aggressive this week. Last night, he was 2 for 10, but the fact that he got up 10, I'm happy about that because for him to be an athletic freak, for him to be a guy who is shooting over 40%, you would think he would shoot the ball a lot more and increase his volume. So to see him now where he went from like getting the ball and hesitating, visibly thinking about things, to now seeing him get the ball and he makes his move and he goes. It's a huge difference. And he's showing some playmaking ability. He's showing his defensive prowess. It may not show in all of the numbers, but he's having big moments where he's making big stops. He held his own against KD. Even though KD had 28 in the first half, he had 16 in the second. He made some big stops on him, and we needed that. We need that from Patrick Williams. And when he can go out and drop 15 points, hit 4 threes, that's a whole lot different than him being out there with 8 points and he only takes 5 shots. We don't need that from him. You know what I'm saying? We need more. So it's just been a noticeable difference. Like everybody's a lot more confident. Kobe White is coming in, and I'm going to say it again. Kobe White is coming in. He's playing defense. Kobe White is coming in and he's playing defense, bro. And I never thought I would see the day where he does, but he is. So I think we're just building some things that we're starting to develop good qualities to be a really good team, even with our deficiencies in areas. You don't just beat good teams. It's not a fluke. You know what I'm saying? And we're 8-3 in our last 11. We went from about the 11 spot, 12 spot. We're up to 9 now. And really, the ball is in our court with about a month left before the All-Star break. We can really gain some footing here and really put ourselves in position at the All-Star break. I know we got Boston next. We got Boston tomorrow. We got the Wizards on Wednesday. We got OKC Friday. And we got the Warriors at home on Sunday. So this next week of games, outside of Boston, if we can get past Boston, we really have a chance to run up about, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want to count the Pistons, next Thursday, we play on Sunday and then don't play again until Thursday, January the 19th. If you really, you know what I'm saying, we got a chance to run up about seven games in a row, bro, and that'll take us out of the play-in spot. You know what I'm saying? That puts us outright into that playoff picture. And it's possible. We've already beat Boston, twice this week? I mean, not this week, excuse me. We beat Boston twice this season already. OKC got one off on us. I think they're going to play with some force about that. The Warriors are a terrible team on the road, so we can't allow them to get that one road win against us. But we have opportunity in front of us, right? It just really comes down to the level of intensity and force that they play with against the teams that are not considered to be on the same level. Like, we're here and they're here. But our problem in these games are we are here compared to a team like, and I don't even want to necessarily say like OKC, but like let's say like Detroit or something. We go down to here against them, and we need to stop doing that. So all in all, man, I'm just really happy with what I've seen over this past week. Honestly, over the last 11 games, ever since that beat down in Minnesota and like the whole drama with Zach LaVine and everybody being mad at him, like it feel like something changed in the locker room. Something changed, something clicked, and we look like a completely different team than we did a month ago. If we have a January that's like the December that we've had, we gonna be in good shape, bro. So that's just some thoughts, man, about what I've been seeing with Chicago, bro. We've been hooping. We playing some basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? So one time for them boys in Chicago, the Windy City boys, man. We've been hooping. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what we do from here, and I'm excited to see what type of footing we can gain in the East, man. Because we playing some good basketball right now. So you already know, man. If you stuck through all of this, go ahead and tap that like, tap that subscribe. We're gonna come back with some more content, man. But I love what I'm seeing from them Bulls, man. Y'all stay patient with us. We here. So I'm gonna holler at y'all.